Okay. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. I was just adding more highlight to my existence. Welcome! In this video, I'm gonna do something super off-brand for me, which is putting a bunch of different colors and loads of highlight all over my face.
Oh my god. Unheard of.
So yeah, in this video I do this look, which is kind of inspired by some of the things that I've been like doodling on the app French Girls.
Not sponsored whatsoever.
But it's a cool like app where you can upload selfies, other people draw them, you can draw other people's pictures, and there's a lot of really amazing artists on the app. I've gotten a lot of really good and super cool drawings of me, and it's just a really cool time. So on there, I like to draw people kind of scribbly, and lately I've been getting into like making people look really glowy when I do take the time and actually like doodle someone's picture or whatever. So really it's kind of like me being inspired by a drawing that's inspired by makeup that I already do. So basically this video is inspired by myself. I am definitely a fan of playing with colors and putting them over your face. Also, I apparently really like to do purple contouring. It's kind of a thing that I've done multiple times now on this channel. It's just something that I guess I keep getting drawn back to. I just really like it. So today I wanted to put on a bunch of different colors. It's playing with cool tones and warm tones. There's like a little bit of a prism on the face. I like having the purple, which is a kind of warmer pinky purple, and then blue highlights and red and orange eyes and stuff. And there's just like a lot of things happening, and there's so much
Highlight.
My face looks like it was dipped in
I don't even know what.
Like it was dipped in Trix yogurt and now it's just still wet from that yogurt because it's really a moisture mask, but I'm using Trix yogurt so I get the colors. So really this is just a helpful good look for if you need to moisturize your skin and get that very youthful, ethereal glow. So if you want to find out how I did this look, stay tuned. Alright, so I'm starting off with a naked face and I'm going to go ahead and lay down this foundation situation. So I'm using the highlight shade that I usually use, and it's a little bit lighter and more pink than my skin tone, and I'm just blending this out with a damp sponge. And then for contouring, and then to obviously add the purple effect, I'm taking this purple cream makeup. This is a Mayron Color Cup is what it's called. And I'm basically just contouring with this and blending it out, and I'm not forgetting the ears just to pull it all around. I find that this stuff doesn't actually blend that well. Like it takes some finessing and it can be a little bit patchy sometimes, so heads up. Yeah, so I'm just blending it out, applying more, blending that out, and just building up the color until it gets to a place where I'm like, okay. So after contouring my nose a little bit, I am going back with that highlight shade just to kind of brighten and pop out those highlights a little bit more. And then I'm just going to simply blend them out. Then I'm going to set this slightly purple blob with some translucent powder, and I'm just going to pack that all over the face and then dust off any excess. Boom. For further contouring and to really bring out those purples, I'm going in with the purple shade from the Acid palette by Sleek Makeup. And honestly, I need to get like a new purple because this one is hit pan, and I need to just get like a sugar pill one or something. But I am just hitting up this face and trying to bring that purple to be purple. To bring more color to the face, I'm now going to pull in some blush, or like a lot of blush, and I'm kind of bridging this from the contour up into the cheek, blush area, I guess. And I'm just putting on quite a bit of blush for some added coloring. And I also hit up my nose like a lot just to give it like that effect. To kind of try to deepen up the contour a little bit, I took the blue Primal Colors by NYX Cosmetics just to deepen that. And then blend it all out with that same initial purple. This worked, I mean, in the end, but at this moment it looks a little bit rough. I'm taking Mochi by Sugar Pill, and I am kind of putting this on the highlight parts because I know that I wanted the highlights to be a luminous, minty blue, frosty situation. So I wanted to lay down this blue first so that I could have layers of the glow that I was gonna do. Now I'm just furthering this icy glow with this duochrome blue frosty lavender highlighter that I made, and I am just highlighting all parts of my face and just really pulling out this very shiny metallic life. To start off this eye, I'm using that same purple once again, and I'm just kind of going in on where I want this crease to be. So this is going to kind of be our transition shade. Since the skin is now purple, we're going to have a transition of purple, and then we're going to later introduce the other colors. So now I'm going to go into this very warm, rich, red, brown brick kind of shadow, and I'm using a smaller brush for this so I can be a little bit more precise, and I'm kind of laying down a wing, and I'm also pulling it underneath the eye, the lower lash line. And I'm going to use this to kind of map out and introduce this new crease line and to really put on the shape, I guess, that I want to go for. I'm also keeping the most depth in the outer corner crease area, and I'm just going to apply it, blend it out, blend out the edges, really blur the whole situation, and then apply more and build it up until it gets to this very reddened eye situation. Enjoy! To pull in more colors and introduce some more vibrant warmth, I'm going into the orange shade of the NYX Primal Colors, and I'm kind of doing that halo eye situation where I'm just going on the inner and outer corner situation of the lid, and I'm just packing that on, and then I'm going to roughly blend it out. And then I just went back to reintroduce that kind of brick shadow because I felt like it was getting a little bit lost with blending. I'm also going to use a clean brush to make sure that everything's blending the way I want and all that stuff. So now I'm taking a pink shimmery shadow, and I'm kind of applying this into the center and blending that whole lid out to create a new color situation. And then I wanted more warmth in the center of the lid, so I introduced a yellow shadow, and I also pulled this in the kind of center of the lower lash line just for this new halo warm effect. Moving on to brows, I'm using a kind of brick red, deep whatever lip pencil to draw on the brows. I do like using lip pencils and stuff for eyebrows when you're drawing a full new one on because they go on very smoothly and they blend, etc. But you do have to keep in mind that you have to set it with either a coordinating shadow or like a translucent powder, or it'll just blend out and smear away. So I'm kind of ombreing and blending out the center of the eyebrow, and then I'm just drawing on some little kind of hair strokes, kind of. They get a little bit lost, but just to add some dimension. You could use different colors of lip liners and eyeliners and stuff for this, but I wanted just a slight ombre dimensional area. And then to try to bring in some more of that purple, I'm using that same purple on a small brush just to draw and introduce some more purple to the front of the brow to kind of pull everything together a little bit. And then with just whatever was left on that brush, I'm putting that same purple around, just blending it out to help transition out from those red tones into the purple skin. Now I'm going back in with highlight. Oh my god, can you imagine? And this is just a straight up duochrome blue highlighter, and I am going in the centers of all my highlights, and I'm also going to highlight my brow bone and the inner corner, and I'm going to put some on the center of the eyelid. I am just throwing this blue highlighter on everything. To make the highlights of the eye really pop, I am taking some DIY mixing medium and this iridescent blue purple glitter pigment from TKB Trading, and I am placing this onto the center of the lids and to the center of the inner corner highlights just to really pop and make them glow. Then I'm going to go ahead and line the lips with that same lip liner I used for the eyebrows. And I'm taking this metallic lip tar in Maneater, and I'm going to use a lip brush and put that on. Because it's a metallic one, when you blot these ones that are really glittery, it leaves you with that very sparkly glitter finish, and that's what I wanted. It also removes some of that wetness, so you're less likely to smear it all over your face. For this one, I like to put more than one layer on, so you put it on, blot it, put more on, blot it again. It just gives you the most opaque, vibrant and sparkly finish from it. I also put some of that same iridescent blue glitter onto the center of the lips, and then I set my face with setting spray. And here we are, the finished products. I'm really into this eye situation.
Ethereal glow.
Supernatural.
I've never heard of highlighters.
When in doubt, glow it out. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this look. I know I'm really feeling it. Can't wait to wear it for the rest of eternity. And
I have so much highlight on.
and I'm honestly living my fullest life. We come in peace. Subscribe for new videos every Monday. Also, social media grab in the description. Okay, bye. Don't tell anybody, but I forgot mascara. I mean, these little teeny baby lashes. Probably could have used it, but I guess they just don't care. Also, I considered putting on lashes, but I also forgot that